Table 500. The series where the combos are absurd. Is that dangerous? Sorry, we paid 5,000 life points to summon dangerous. Or the combos are stupid. From rookies to masters, you'll find something worth laughing at in this series. Taking part in Table 500 is easy. Check the description to find the link for submitting your replay, read through some of the requirements, like don't make it boring. And you too can be featured on the worst showcase of decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! Here is Table 500. YouTube! Welcome back to another episode of Table 500, the worst and dumbest and flashiest inconsistent garbage you'll only ever see in a replay. This is Table 500 with the submissions now open for all. Remember to submit your replay using the new link down below. It's in the description, pinned. Everyone always asks, how do I submit replay? This is how you submit a replay. Submit a replay, okay? Just click the link, post your things, you got it. Replay number 1 for this day is 2025 Pro Storm, we call it. And the Pro Storm, some of you may not remember, is this idea in GOAT that if you set Heavy Storm and another card that you can use on your following turn, like Pot of Greed, it's Pro Storming because it baits your opponent into thinking that they can set more cards. Roll back! Copy Eradicator Epidemic Virus without the tribute. Declare trap card. Absolute cinema. Absolute cinema. This is the Chumley Sweep. We've got Hecatrice here for Valhalla. Hall of the Fallen. We can special fairies from our hand here now, which we're going to use for the Agent of Creation Venus, which pays 500 life points to get your balls out. Get your balls out for the lads. Mystic Shine Ball from the deck for 500 life. We're going to go into Link Spider, and that's going to be a Imduck. All of those combined to make us our Yugioh. So we have different names. So now we can Barodru. And we're going to special summon Athena. We're going to reload our hand here. Barodru. Did you draw a fairy? Reveal the fairy. Draw. Reveal the fairy. Draw. Reveal the fairy. And draw. Alright, let's keep going. Oh my god. Imagine the UI on this, by the way. You have to, like, Magic-Kamal it. Like, put back, like, you have to click all of those cards. Oh, good lord. I thought he was doing something. No, he's just doing it again. Alright, here we go. Plays are being made here. We've got to the combo pieces. We have... okay, so we've overlaid into a 5. We're going to make Greedy Saramea. Greedy Saramea is a generic rank 5. Your opponent takes any effect damage you would have taken. We're going to activate Reverse Reuse, a trap card which we can use turn 1 because of Temple of the Kings. Target up to 2 flips in your graveyard, special summon them in face up or face down defense. We're going to summon 2 Des Koala to our opponent's side of the field. Des Koala does 400 damage to your opponent for each card in their hand. Swords of Revealing Light! Flip the Koala! It's mandatory! 400 damage. Twice. For how many cards in our hand? I don't know. Greedy Saramea deals 7,200 twice to our opponent instead of us, because the effect damage is inflicted to them instead. The Chumley Sweep, the Koala burn is real. This one comes from the Duel Triangle. Yes, it is Light Earth versus Water Dark, I believe. Opponent's going to start with the Revealer of the Ice Barrier getting hit with the Veiler of Effects to negate. And they're going to activate Triple Tactic Talent to Dodo. Looking for some extenders in Ice Barrier. I don't even know what that consists of, but we've got the, what's her name in the graveyard, actually, which banishes to special a token, wins over the Ice Barrier, tributing any number of Ice Barriers to special summon from the deck 2 more Ice Barriers. That's Hexia, I think, whatever his name is. Send another guy that whatever does something to add Georges. Tribute the Hexia to summon a token. 2 tokens. 3 tokens! Synchro Shokan into a 3 here. What are we making with this? We are making, okay, not a 3. I guess that guy changes its level for Synchro Summons. We're going to make Coral Dragon, special the Georges, because we control an Ice Barrier. Get Belled on the Georges effect to, I think, revive from grave. Okay. Synchro all of those away into Dragite, which is a spell trap negate. Draw a card off of the Coral Dragon. We just top decked an Ice Jade Aegerin. Very nice. All right, Water Long One for a free 10. It's Lancia, the Ancestral Ice Barrier Dragon. Okay, 2 hand traps played through, and we ended on all that. But our hand is kind of insane. We're going to start with Cyber Emergency. We're going to negate Cyber Emergency with Dragite, which normally is insane because it just goes back to your hand for free. Which, oh, it does do that. Okay, never mind. I thought Dragite negated for effect. Reading! Iron Thunder! Aren't you insane? Ah! So for those of you who don't know, Iron Thunder says, negate the card and then destroy all the cards in its column. It's crazy because they actually had a very good board for Ice Barrier through 2 hand traps. I don't know if they intended that. Do you think he intended to put the emergency in the wrong column? Or in that specific column? We're using a level 2 engine to get us into some plays. This is just Runic Sprite so far. So nothing particularly interesting or special here. Yep, we're just doing the things. We've got Starter. We can set up a negate here. We're going to go for the Carrot. And now this is going to be the Gigantic Sprite. Summon any Sprite from the deck now. Any level 2, rather. For effect. Especially summoning out Cap Shell. We linking with the Cap Shell here for a Elf, maybe. And we get a draw. Dodo, Sprite Elf also brings back the Cap Shell. I assume that's once per turn. The draw effect of the Cap Shell, rather. Draw a card. We see a Sprite Blue, which we can special summon. No effect. We've already used it. We got the Gym Buster. Set 1 and pass turn. Looks pretty spritey, right? Hand traps on a basic board here. The opponent's going to begin with the Ruler is Dark. To chain Runic Destruction. To chain Elf. To give us some resources. Okay. I mean, it's still negated on Resolution. We don't get the blue search here. Red is turned off. We don't have Gin Buster. Alright. I'm going to go and activate Dark World Dealings. And now it's time to Max C. Alright. No deck out, surely. Versus Dark World. Max C Dark World. There's no... Why did you Max C Dark World? Can I just... like, you're supposed to wait, like, a little bit, you know? Because I don't think 1 Ash is going to be enough. I mean... Maybe if you, like, ash them early enough, it'll work out. Surely it'll work out. All right, we're going to go Chupacabra, pitch the Jackalope. The Jackalope is getting ash. That's a decision you made to ash that, but sure. Okay. 4 cards in hand. Normal Summon hasn't been used. Surely this is where Dark World Brick. Okay, we have another Chupacabra, which hits Brow. Oh, no, this is not good, dude. Small World. Mothman, Brow for... Who the fuck is that? Is that Dangerous? Sorry, we paid 5,000 life points to summon Dangerous. This is just a hero player masquerading. Cyber Slide is a 1-card Isolde. For 1, by the way. We're gonna go Renaud. And we're targeting the telekinetic charging device, which is going to be used on Cyberstein, who is now a Psychic monster because of Reaper-Docus. So now we can summon from the extra deck for free without the 5,000 life point code. Here's Ronaldo! Woo! Okay. Alright, okay. Shoo. We got a House. Is this a Dragon Maid deck? And there's an Apollo USA. Apollo USA. There's an Exterio. There's more. And there's a Mirror Jade! It's just funny to see what's in the box. With like Cyberstein, you know, just like what dumb stuff, what shenanigans do we have back there? DP! Look how big these monsters are. We're overlaying DP. Oh my god, that's a big Dingirsu. Okay, what else is in the box here? Last Warrior! Oh, that's insane! Oh, we're gonna nuke the board, but protect our own board with Dingirsu. Okay, Dark Ruler means we can't attack for game, but we have an apple with... How many fucking negates is this Appaloosa, by the way? This is 6,200! No, I gotta do the math on that. Wait, what's 62 divided by 8? That's 7 negates. Okay. Freezing Curse negate the last warrior, so now we can summon. It's not very nice of you. That's what I'll say. That wasn't very nice of you. You know the age-old draw the out that you people love to do in the YouTube comment section? You know? This is drawing the out. This is drawing the out. What am I looking at here? Spooky Dogwood versus Dartworld. Well, at least you know you're not dying. So that's a positive. Archives, Gates, Jackalope, Pitch Brow, classic. Classic. Banish the Brow, discard Rainbow. Why are we playing that card? What is that for? Why is that card in our deck? Why is that card in our deck? Okay, anyway. Special Lucian, Special Rainbow. Just look at the life points, by the way. Every special summon is attack points translated into life points for your opponent, okay? There's Sir Yugioh, that's always fun. Bro Drew. Why is there 2 of them? Sorry, there's more than one? There's more than one? Okay. Alright, we're already fiend locking ourselves. I don't know why. Pitch Snow. Summon Grapha. Snow adds Genta. Genta pitches itself to add another gate. New gate here. Not once per turn. Gonna banish a fiend. Banish the gentleman. Discard Snow. Bro Drew. Snow triggers to get a search. And gentleman triggers to revive itself. Fiend locked, remember, from Muck Cracker, by the way. We're gonna add a gentleman here. Bounce that for the rainbow. 2 level 8s if we need. Dartworld dealing is Bro Drew. Discard another Genta. Genta for the another 3rd gate here. Alright, and we've got a set accession, which we can use to fuse from the field and graveyard here. That's just going to be making a just vanilla boss monster Grapha, linking it into Nightmare Phoenix, and passing. Okay. Just let cook. Okay, alright, here we go. Oh, that's a lot of life points. Oh, that's a lot of... Oh, that's a lot of life points. Oh, that is a lot of life points. That's a lot of life points. Activate the Winged Dragon of Ra until you have 100 life points. That is a 42,900 damage Winged Dragon of Ra. Bye-bye damage! Bros Drew! During damage calculation, if your monster is attacked, your battling monster can't be destroyed. If you take battle damage, your opponent takes effect damage equal to double that amount. Okay. Alright, so, our opponent is playing Golden Castle of Stromberg here to summon Iron Hans. Oh, this replay is called Keep Gambling. Alright, we've got some Isolde Slop here. I think that's a 1-card combo with the Golden Castle Stromberg for 4 for Greffer. What are we doing here? We're Greffer, discard Armageddon Knight. Almost criminal, honestly. Bounce field spell, we're going to go Dugara's. Dugara's going to bring back the Armageddon Knight. You guys have seen this. It's Table 500 Classic, Isolde for Arma. Okay, we need a Spellcaster for Celine. That's going to bring back the Monk. Gusto Tailwind. Discard to add the Tailwind of Gusto, which we then pitch to summon out the Ferret. Apollo USA. Ferret's going to summon 3 guys out the deck here. Some, like, spell card in the grave. Tributes a thing for cost. Tributing the Diviner, which then summons Sex from the deck. And then we're going to get Garden Rose Maiden, so fun stuff here with that. That's always cool to see the Black Garden combos. There's an Anima. We're equipping this Vylon card here. For the Durandal, that's going to be Fire Flint. Okay, linking Apollos. Well, there's no Nibiru, so it's safe to link off, you see? Alright, Celine, bring back the Monk. We got Sage on the field here. We got a Synchro for the, what's his name? Rose Dragon into Balmung, which is then overlaid into Utopia to search Astral Force with the Sage here. The Box Rose thing. Here's Cheat Commissioner. We got Renaud for the equip. We got Nightmare Griffin. Nightmare Griffin pitches to set that 6. Transverser. Transverser, swap, give your opponent Utopia. Pop the Black Garden to bring out the Monk. Use the effect for the 4th time this game. Ferret and Monk make Spring Merrymaker to send Rocky. Equip onto the Merrymaker. Rank that up into Musical Sumo Dice Games. Activate Burning Bamboo Sword. Pass turn. What does this mean? What does this mean? Main phase skipped due to the terminal world. Sumo Dice Game is activated. We're going to chain that 6 to guarantee a 6 or a 1. We roll a 2, which becomes a 1. We move the zone. What the fuck is this animation? What is it? Lost! We lost to the... What is this? At the start of your opponent's battle phase, remember, we had to go through the battle phase because of the terminal world, the bamboo sword skipping. If this is in the main monster zone, roll a 6-sided dice, 1 and 6. And if a monster is already in that zone, it moves to attach that monster to this card as material. And if this effect causes the number of monster materials to exceed 6, you win the duel. So we attach the Utopia with the material underneath it that we gave our opponent to then basically have 3 free materials to then instantly win the game with the Sumo Dice Games. Do the dance, baby. Do the dance. And it looks like we're playing Branded versus Symphonics with Dangers. That's an Infernity General we just discarded. And we're using Horus to discard a Black Garden. Okay, the Symphonic Warrior Guitar discards Fiendish Rhino Warrior, which sends a Fiend, which it sends Heiress for. Infernity Archfiend, beautiful. Alright. What are we going to make here? We're going to make Beyond the Sus. Get any scale from our deck here. That's a Guitars. And now it's time to Pendulum Summon Infernity Archfiend. Searching Necromancer. That's 4 materials, Yugioh. Bro Drew. Placing Ixie Territory, whatever that is. Necromancer's gonna bring back Archfiend for Lawn Chair. Oh god, Zolantis. Resetting the soft ones per turn effects of Necromancer and Archfiend. Archfiend's gonna search for Sage. Ditch the Sage for the Horus. Bring back the Sage with the Necromancer. Oh, it's okay, Ib. Nice, this is fun. Alright, Anaconda! Ib floats into the World Chalice. We're scaling, using the effect of the scale here, which apparently returns the scale to our hand, which we then use as discard fodder for the King Sark to bring back double Necro. Bring back Archfiend for another Lawn Chair. Verti Anaconda changes the attribute of the Saryuja. Yeah, okay, we're gonna make it, curious with that. Ib is brought back from the Succession. We're gonna overlay it into Riverstorm. Finally, a good deck that peeps can approve of. We're gonna play some Earth Machine. How do we have the extra deck space for this? We're just playing Earth Machine. Outrigger Extension. Here's my favorite card, Goliath. Tributed for the River Stormer. River Stormer equips onto this. Bring back Sage with the Necromancer. Synchro into Omega. Into Firewall Dragon. Put back Zolantis with the Omega. Lawn Chair. The last one for double Necro. Archfiend for... Oh, sorry. There's another Lawn Chair. How? Bring back Sage. All of those are going to make Zolantis. Bring back... Add Grandora to our hand here to tribute summon it. We didn't normal summon this whole time. Lawn Chair. Archfiend plus Sage for the creepy little punk. Synchro into Immortal Dragon. How do you have an extra deck? Arise Heart. Immortal Dragon. Banish Necroface. Trigger. the Arise Heart to attach it. Banishing, attaching. Grandora self-inflicts 3,400 damage because of all the banish cards. The Xyz gift, detach a material from a monster you control instead if you would destroy cards. Grandora keeps taking some self-inflicted damage. Pay half your life point. It gains 300 for each. And then we just keep attaching with the Kashtira Rise Heart here. We're using the Grandora again here. And a Rise Heart keeps attaching. Okay. And triggering Necroface once again. That's gonna vanish 5 more off the top of the deck here. Okay, and attaching a just whatever. Pay half a life points with the Gandora. It destroys as many other cards on the field as possible, but it doesn't because of the Xyz territory. Because you can detach material instead. So we're going to keep doing this until we're down to 0 cards, by the way. We've got some Dynamorphia-ass life points here. How many materials are we going to try put on this thing? Every time a card is banished, the Rise Heart attaches. In order to... It's just an infinite loop. How long are we gonna do this for? We're just decking our opponent out, right? Did they run out of time? They ran out of time. So stupid. What is wrong with you? Okay, so basically what was happening there is Gandora, Xyz gift, and the Rise Heart form an infinite loop. Gandora pays half the life points to destroy all their cards on the field and gain some attack points. The Xyz gift protects your field because it detaches the material from a Rise Heart. A Rise Heart detaches the Necroface. So you keep repeating this process by attaching and reattaching the Necroface so that you can banish your opponent's 5 cards to the top of their deck. You keep repeating this until they deck out. You pass turn, they can't draw. However, we ran out of time, so cry about it. Yep, that's it. We are playing something called Chazz It Up. Spider's Lair. What rank are we in? Gold 4. Ojama Blue's gonna search Match and Magic. Okay. Alright. We are definitely chazzing it up here. Normal summon blue. Blue attacks into the Insect Knight. That's going to search for the second match. And an assimilation. The Ojamas, they're not assimilating into our culture. They're bringing bad things with them. Alright, here's an Arm Dragon. We got Ojama Blue back onto the field again from the other effect of the Oja Match. I think you can normal again, right? Magic triggers because we discarded. We get to add all of the OG names here. And we're going to add another Oja Match and another assimilation from the blue. Match still in the battle phase. Pitch the black. Adding yellow. And a Arm Dragon number 3. And then normal summon the 3. Main phase 2. We're going to send. We're going to special summon Arm Dragon level 5. Arm Dragon level 5. Discard ranks up into Arm Dragon level 7. Set 1 into assimilation here. Xyz Armor Dragon Cannon. Banishing triple blue here to summon X, Y, and Z. Contact Fuse into the Xyz Dragon Cannon. Assimilating. Banishing black and yellow for V and W. That's going to make VW Tiger Jet. Which combines to make VW Xyz Dragon Bolt Cannon. To summon Reberdocus. Okay, banish. To contact fuse into Arm Dragon Catapult Cannon to make it a Light Fiend. It's just all Fiendsmith, dude. It's just all fucking Fiendsmith. It's just Fiendsmith, man. It's just fucking Fiendsmith. Oh my god, we're gonna summon Lacrima. No effect of Lacrima. Arima for the Lair of Darkness. Okay. Our Light Fiends are now Dark Fiends, which we can use to make Bardiche. What is Bardiche? Like 2 Dark Monsters, right? Send Phantom Knight Cloak. That's going to set Brigadine. Cloak effect, the banish. That's going to add a Stain Grieve. Activate the Shade Brigadine to special summon, which means we can special summon Stain Grieve. Overlay those into... What are we making? XC monster of choice is... King of the Feral Imps. We can add a reptile. What reptile are we adding from deck to hand here? We're adding some Yugioh. All right. Time to... What deck are you playing? Yes. Noya, tribute for Curse here. Curse on summon. Brings back Noya. Noya on summon adds Daybreak. Activate the Daybreak. Tributing our own Noya. That's going to summon 2 Yugioh tokens. Daybreak can then banish itself from the graveyard. This is going to target the Noya, returning it to send a Amnesia, tributing the 2 tokens to bring out the Amnesia. That's going to overlay into Divine Golden Shadow Dragon Luxion to add Tachyon Primal Dragon. Summoning it to our side of the field here. That's going to add 7 Tachyon. Activate 7 Tachyon. Revealing Galaxy Tachyon to add Dragon Envoy of the Beginning here. Putting back a Ojama card, Banish Light in the Dark, to summon out Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon. Combining these into number F0 Utopic Future Slash. Pass. The Layer of Darkness then summons 4 Layer of Darkness tokens. And then onto the opponent's turn here. Standby main. Battle phase attack Utopia Slash. Clear a token and pass. The Layer of Darkness triggers, nothing gets summoned. Amnesia tributes the opponent's monster and one of our tokens to bring itself back. Curse tributes a token to summon itself back. Okay, we're just gonna do the same stuff again, it looks like. Turn 5. We just tribute summon Engraver. What are we doing? What are we doing? We're not doing anything. Like, nothing's happening. Like, nothing is happening. Every time your opponent takes 1,000 damage, they draw a card. What am I watching? Who's playing insects? Okay, we Monster Reborn the VW Dragon Catapult Cannon. What is going on? We can't beat a Utopia Slash. Mark the Rose goes back. We just need to do 100 damage, bro. What is this? The opponent Monster Reborn our Armed Dragon Poke Cannon, which during your opponent's turn, quick effect, banish a card from your deck correction, banish all cards your opponent controls and their graveyard. Just baited it out with our own card to the normal summon and just punch them with Arima. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the worst duel in table 500. You will never see a worse duel. YouTube, your winner for this episode of table 500 is unsurprisingly Bros Drew. Bye-bye damage. The raw OTK off the Spooky Dogwood to gain the life points and punch really hard to get hit with probably the silliest trap card you'll ever see in Dart World. Thank you so much everyone for tuning in to this episode of Table 5. Remember, if you want to submit a replay, check the description down below where you can submit yours for the next episode, probably happening in the next 2 weeks. Thank you so much everyone for tuning in, and until next time, adios.